Who out there has read the classic series The Nom from Marvel Comics? Uh, Excuse me one sec. I'm only going to pick on a few things. It's by a dude named Murray and Michael Golden artwork. And it's supposed to be pretty much a take on real happenings of what happened over in Vietnam. And it's takes place each month is another month. It's like in real time. Except for a couple of issues, and I'm going to talk about those couple of issues real quick. There's an interruption. Captain America comes in, and this is why it's a problem, because they actually said they weren't going to have any superheroes or capes or anything. And Captain America came in, and Frank Castle comes in at some point also. And both those, they don't take place in the monthly format, which is problematic. And they don't have any... I don't know. The whole comic is problematic because it is an Americanization, I guess you would say, where the patriotism is the most important thing and so on. So it doesn't show the reality or show people as people. The Vietnamese, Viet Cong or whatever, for example, it doesn't show them as people. It shows them as spindly little, dudes getting killed by the handsome, strapping, tough guys, the Rambos and everything, and the good guys and the bad guys, quote unquote. Whereas in reality, there's no good guys and no bad guys in the world, man. Everybody's got to learn to be good to each other, be kind to each other. This is problematic. But the Frank Castle issue, he's going up against a sniper, and the guy keeps kissing his little totem, kissing his little monkey skull, this little monkey skull, because he's called the monkey, the sniper is. A racist title, mind you, which is very offensive, obviously. But yeah, in the end, Frank Castle gets his skull painted on him. In other words, a freaking cape, mind you. That's his suit. But I don't consider the Punisher to be a superhero, mind you. I've really been enjoying the Netflix series. I don't even like a lot of TV shows, so check that out if you're curious. But basically, the Nom was a bit flawed because initially it was meant to be kind of like epic comics, like written for adults. But they had taken it from newsstands to direct market, and it went from about 250,000 sales to about 100,000 sales, and then it was being from adult sales to young 12-year-olds or whatever, so they had to appeal it differently, maybe give it with Larry Hama initially for the first 10 issues had been the editor, and he's the G.I. Joe guy for anybody who doesn't know, so he would have been the right guy to have on your stuff. But once he left, when you get a new editor, doesn't mean you have this, they're not going to interject, basically. So problematically, a lot of dumb shit happened to do with the series, and in the end, you wind up with a very solid beginning of Ed Mark's story, the character, and his coming to war and all this stuff, and kind of shocked and everything, and it not being very good, but it just kind of downgraded and devolved from there to being a much less good series. But Michael Golden's art's good. It doesn't really go with it too well because it's a little cartoony. It should have been probably somebody more like a more realistic artists like David Mazzucchelli or somebody like that would have been a better fit. I don't know. But it wasn't a superhero comic, and it had some flaws because they brought in the superheroes. And we all know I don't love the superhero comics particularly. I like them, but I prefer genre. What can I say, man? There's just more to it, more variety, and a lot of the time more realism and stuff like that. Not that realism should be a reason to go to a bunch of cartoon storylines, but in any case, if you get yourself a chance, check out the Nom. It's pretty cool, pretty good, pretty enjoyable. And I'd give it high marks. Great classic series. So, there's what I got for you, people. Black Eyed ENT, Gregor Black signing off. That's what I've got for the day from Gregor's Shelf, The Nom. Take care.